So I get off work and he sends me a location. I pull up to some trap apartments. He comes out looking thrown away in my eyes. And he smelled like smoke and mildew. Mildew? You know that smell when you don't let your clothes dry? Damp clothing? He smelled like damp clothing? Anywho, I asked where we're going. He says wherever you want to go. Not those niggas. So I'm like, well, what's around here? He's like, he doesn't know. So I say, this is your area, so how do you not know? Plus, you're from Houston. I'm new to the city of Houston, Texas. I met this guy at the club, and we talked and texted all week. He said he wanted to see me again, but his car was in the shop. So I told him we could wait till your car's out the shop. I like that. Well played. So the next week we were still communicating and he told me he got his car out the shop and wanted to take me to happy hour somewhere when I got off work. So we arranged to meet up 2 days later. So on the day we were supposed to meet up, he told me I had to take his car back to the shop.
What a coincidence. All of a sudden he wants to link you, but his car is at the shop. And she kind of caught on to this. She's like, well, we can meet when your car's out the shop. You did a reverse Uno and basically lied to her. Car's out the shop. And when it's time to meet, I go back to the same bullshit about car going to the shop. Bro, take a Uber, man. Take a bike.
That day, right? That day. Gotta go back. But he still wanted to take me out. How? Let's keep reading. He asked if I can come pick him up. That's how. Got it. My first thought was, oh hell nah. But, of course, I'm like, these 2 weeks have been okay.
First of all, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy don't got a car. Alright? This guy's fronting about car and all. He's just trying to get the girls to come give him rides and shit.
Maybe the car is truly having some issues. Yeah, maybe. Let's keep reading. So I get off work and he sends me a location. I pull up to some trap apartments. He comes out looking thrown away in my eyes. And he smelled like smoke and mildew. Mildew? You know that smell when you don't let your clothes dry? Damp clothing? He smelled like damp clothing? Anywho, I asked where we're going. He says wherever you want to go. Not those niggas. You say you want to take her out. Your car's in the shop. She comes to get you. Says where are we going since you still want to see me. And you say wherever you want.
That's crazy, bro. Yo, not gonna lie. Some of these men are crazy, man. Like, you men haven't learned nothing, eh? It's like, you want to take her out, but yeah, you want her to take charge. Matter of fact, she's coming to pick your ass up. She's a driver. It's like, you're the princess or what? Bro, you don't even have the plan for the least. You don't even know where you're going to take her.
Okay. I asked to go to this Mexican spot off the Beltway. He's like, that's a little far from here considering it's raining. She's driving. Why does it matter? So I'm like, well, what's around here? He's like, he doesn't know. So I say, this is your area, so how do you not know? Plus,
yeah, like, how don't you know? You live around the area. Unless this is not your area. Unless you live in, like, the outskirts and you're staying with, like, a friend. You know? This is already going downhill.
you're from Houston. I was getting annoyed by that, and he says, let's go to Cracker Barrel. Yes, Cracker Barrel. So it's down the street. We go in, I look at the menu, and the waitress asks, what do we want to drink? I order some kind of sunrise drink. He orders a water. All right, here we go. Let it begin. So when she takes our order, I order a 2-piece catfish dinner. When it's his turn to order, he's steady flipping through the menu saying, He then says he doesn't see nothing he wants.
Yeah, this man's broke. He ain't got a penny in his pocket, man. He's trying to get off you, you know? He's trying to get a free meal out of you. Imagine if you tell him, oh, order anything from the menu, I'm paying, you're going to see how fast he's going to pick that item. It's just the fact that now that he does want to order something and have to pay for it. That's why he's feeling you out. See if you're going to offer, see who's going to pay, right? This is so apparent. There's some people out there, like I'm sure you even got friends like that, right? You go somewhere, they look at the menu, look at the prices, they're like, you know what, I'm not hungry. But at the moment you say, you know what, it's on me, order anything you like, 2 seconds they found something and yo, it ain't something like an appetizer, bro. It's a full ass course meal. And you're wondering in your head, yeah, I thought you weren't hungry, eh? What the hell is this?
He's kind of picky when it comes to food. I'm thinking to myself, but you just ate here the other day. So he says he's not hungry. Oh, now you're not hungry. The waitress and I are both looking like, huh? Maybe he isn't hungry. I don't know. So my food comes out and he's sitting across from me just looking and fidgeting around. I asked him, would he like a piece of fish? Not fidgeting! I can actually picture this guy fidgeting. Just trying to get your attention. Let's keep reading. So my food comes out and he's sitting across from me just looking and fidgeting around. I asked him, would he like a piece of fish? Just to test the waters. Tell me why he says yes. He got a napkin and put the fish on it. Dressed it up with ketchup and hot sauce and had the nerve to say it wasn't seasoned enough.
Damn. She's dating a homeless dude, bro. That's what it is. This guy's homeless, broke, ain't got a penny in his pocket. And he's trying to see, I'm telling you, he's trying to get free shit out of here, bro. He's getting a free meal, getting a free ride, getting a free time, getting everything free.
Then asked me how the mac and cheese. No. He then asked me how the mac and cheese taste. I'm like, it's good. He says, I like mac and cheese.
You know, at that point when he's like, I like mac and cheese too, you should be like, yeah, mac and cheese is really great, and just keep eating. Simply, don't even offer a spoon, don't even offer nothing. Just keep on eating your mac and cheese in peace, in silence, actually. Yeah, let him drool.
I'm gonna do my best to get through this line. He then asked me, how did the mac and cheese taste? I'm like, it's good. He says, I like mac and cheese too. I politely kept eating my mac and cheese. I wasn't sharing that. So we finished, or you finished. The check came and he starts digging into his pocket. He pulled out balled up dollars. Balled up? He pulled out balled up dollars. No wallet at all. There's nothing wrong with having money in your pocket folded, but balled up? No, I agree. Balled up is crazy. Maybe I'm overthinking it. You're not.
Actually, hold up. I take that back. Alright, I was saying he's poor, he's broke, ain't got a penny in his pocket. Turns out he has money. Now, I don't care if he has a wallet or not. As long as he got money, even if it's balled up, however it looks, there is no issue with that, right? The underline is he got the money. If he paid the bill, I respect. Alright, we're gonna disregard everything we said. If he didn't pay the bill, then we got an issue. So I don't care whether he has a wallet or not, if it's balled up or not. As long as he got that bill covered, I don't care how the money looking like. This man is alright, right? He's alright. He got the penny, right? He got them pennies in there, or them dollars in there. We ain't gonna disrespect him like that.
So we leave, pull up to his crib, and he asks what I'm about to do. Do I want to come upstairs? I said I'm going home and I'm finding something to eat because I'm still hungry. We haven't talked since. You do know now you never had the car, right? Like the whole shop thing, you know that was a lie. Like, I just want to make sure you know this was all a lie. Just making sure we're on the same page. Never had a car. Never had money. You fed him like a bird.
I mean, yeah, guy finessed his way to get the date. He probably doesn't have a car, probably takes a bus, probably rides a bike, for all we know. Maybe he walks around. Maybe this is not even his location. Maybe he's staying with a friend or a cousin. We don't know his circumstances, all right? And yeah, he definitely finessed his way to that date, lied to her a little bit here and there. But at the end of it all, it's not really all bad because he paid the bill, right? We're assuming he paid that bill at that restaurant. As long as he got that bill covered, boom, it was a solid date. I thought maybe he was going to use you for free ride, free dinner, everything free. You know what I'm saying? But even though considering I know he didn't have a proper wallet, he still had them rolled up dollars. He was still able to cover that bill. So we can't really judge and disrespect him like that, right? I know he's on some weird lying about the car situation, but as long as he paid for that date, it was an alright date, not too bad. I've seen worse.
Do I have women in my life?
Do you have a woman specifically?
Yeah, no, I do.
That's good.
I call her almost every day. Shout out to my mom. Like,
who's your future partner gonna be?
I don't know. I'm looking for her.
Do you have an eye on someone?
My eye is on everybody I look at, for real. So, like, my eyes on you, my eyes on her.
Has anybody ever shot their shot at you on your show?
On the show?
Or off the show?
Well, what's the question? On the show?
Both.
Never.
Off the show, too.
Off the show, has anyone ever shot their shot? Meaning what?
You didn't share your craziest dating experience.
Everything is crazy these days, isn't it?
Do you shoot your shot in DMs now?
Do I shoot my shot in DM?
Yeah.
No.
So if you like something, like you have to see him in person.
I'm just so focused on my relationship with God, for real, that I don't even look left or right. It's just like I look up only.
Have you ever had a crush on anybody that you've interviewed?
Never.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. When you say crush, though, like, what is that?
Showed interest.
Have I ever liked anybody?
Yeah.
Well, I like Orm. I guess I wouldn't have him on the show if I didn't like him.
Do you trick on women?
For sure.
Oh, you're a trick?
For sure.
No, like crazy money. Thousands of dollars. And
I wouldn't say
multiple women.
Well, multiple women, yes. I do spend money on multiple women.
At a time.
Yesterday, me, my mother, my sister.
We're not talking about any family members. Let's just start.
No, you said, do I spend money on multiple women?
Do you spend money on women that are not your family members?
Beautiful Spanish
Speedy,
restaurant.
women that aren't your family members, are you spending money on?
I think I'm a little confused by the question.
When's the last time you been like on a vacation with like a woman?
Never.
Yo, this man's hella annoying. You already know he's not really answering the question. It's like he's in court or something. Bro probably has a girlfriend, alright? He doesn't want to get caught in them lies because like he's yet to answer a single question straight up, right? He's just playing around the bushes. He's going around in circles. So chances are he's got a woman and he ain't trying to get caught on his bullshit, right? So he ain't really giving her anything to work with. It's like this is court, bro. He ain't trying to incriminate himself. We already see this coming. Bro, giving him bullshit answer about his mother and all this and that. Like, what the heck?
You know how you can tell if you that man type or not? I'll tell you right now. Yesterday, I'm scrolling through TikTok late night, just around this time, woo, and I see like this fine honey bun. Like, usually I like the little Hershey chocolate types, you know? But he was giving like a little caramel frappuccino. So you know me, before I decide to shoot my shot, because I'm not one of those girls who wait to be approached. I be shooting the shots too.
I respect. At least you're shooting them shots. At least, you know, you're taking that initiative sometimes too. Can't always be the man. Come on.
I gets to digging. So, you know, I click his TikTok. I'm like, fuck. He got like 500K. That's already a red flag. I don't like my man being a little too known. Okay. I thought he was just making a cute little TikTok. Apparently he makes a lot of cute little TikToks. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe he known on TikTok, but he not really known on Instagram. Instagram is where that's where you really gotta lock up, because if they known on Instagram too, just pack it up. You don't want that man, girl. You don't want him. I go on his Instagram, over 100K followers. Instantly want to throw up. But that's not how I knew. That's not how I knew I wasn't his type. Girl, when I got to them followers, when I got to see, not the people who's following him. The people who was following him, he had a diversity. No, when I got to the people he was following back, which was not a lot, was probably under 1,000 people, it was snowing in his following list. Oh my God, I was gagged. It was snowing. I didn't see a single person that looked like me or looked like you, because I know who my viewers are. It was snowing. I tell you, I was so gagged. I had to like clench my pearls and tuck it in my shirt, because what? I lost a brother? And honestly, I should have known, because he was light skinned with light eyes. Like, I should have known. This is why I like having like this little flap thing on my iPad. So when I see some shit that bothers me, I'm like, and now I go to sleep. So more of the story is, if you want to know, go through that man's following. If you skinny like me and all he follows is thick bitches and BBLs, don't do it. Don't get me wrong. You could be pretty as hell and be like, well, I could change him. I could be that girl. Da da da. Yes, you can. But I promise you, you don't want to be the first one he tries it with, because he's going to fall back to what he really likes, if you know what I mean. You don't want to be that girl, well, I don't really go for this, but I'm going to go for this type shit. You know what I mean? That's like a man saying he don't like pickles, but you forcing him to like pickles. I don't really eat pickles all the time, but I guess I'm going to try it this one time. Hell no, I need you to eat pickles every single day, 24/7, 365 days in the year. I don't want to be your first. I want to be your obsession, ho.
You know what I find hilarious? It's the fact that she's saying she doesn't like her man known like that, having clout, having a lot of followers. You know, it's hilarious. Can you guys guess why she's saying that? Because she doesn't want competition. I mean, get it through your head. It's kind of obvious, right? Because the moment he has clout, he has a following, he has more variety of women to choose from, and more women who are probably flaunting themselves at him, right? She has more competition on her part. So obviously she wants him low key, because she kind of doesn't want to compete. But at the same time, guys, you got to realize that like, if you ain't that good looking, if you're just a mediocre guy and you don't really have enough following like that, she ain't gonna mess with you. Just so you know, she ain't messing with you. Like, a lot of the times these women, the way they want it is they want a dude who doesn't have clout, who doesn't have the leverage of, you know, having a lot of women in his life, because they don't want to deal with a headache, right? Because they know chances are he's gonna be cheating, he's gonna be doing other stuff, and if she leave him, he has no problem finding another woman. But if a dude doesn't have any followers and he's like, you know, not even known, doesn't have clout like that, and she has the clout, she's gonna have more leverage in that relationship, because he's not gonna want to lose her. You know what I mean? He's gonna do everything to keep her, and she's gonna be controlling the boat. So the fact that he has clout and all that shows that he's in control of the boat. But everything else she said about his following and preferences and all that, definitely I agree with that. If you ever want to know what somebody's into or their kind of person, go look at their following list, who they're following. There you go, your answer will be right there. But that does not mean that it will never work out. It does not mean that you could not end up with them. Like, you might not even be their preference too. It just goes on to show that they're mostly attracted to the people they follow, or they spend their time around those people, most likely, right? But there's always that oddball out. You never know unless you try. She should have shot her shot. Who knows? I could have been married with 10 kids right now.
Get ready with me while I tell you about how I found out my boyfriend of 2 years was a serial cheater. Just to preface the story time, if you're in a relationship and you have any feelings of doubt, or just like that bad gut feeling, you better act on it. Trust your intuition. Me and my boyfriend lived together for over a year, and at first I would find like little things, like he would like a lot of girls' bikini pictures, and I wasn't okay with it. I would ask him and he'd be like, oh, I just randomly like it, I don't even think about it. And that was kind of an issue for a lot of our relationship. I feel like he was always looking for like women validation, and that's where everything stemmed from. One time I like went on his phone and I saw he was like DMing like an Instagram model, and I was like, whoa, this is extreme. He would be like messaging his ex-girlfriends behind my back. He kind of like to push the boundaries, until one time I had a terrible gut feeling that he was doing something bad. And when he was sleeping, I went on his phone and went to his deleted messages, saw an entire conversation with this man in a Toronto escort service to book a girl. He was essentially booking an appointment to see a girl that provides services for men. Obviously you would lose it, but like I kind of heard him out. He said like nothing happened, whatever. He was really aggressive. Like you like got into an argument, he would like buy you gifts or like buy you a trip. That didn't really work on me, but we lived together, so it was really hard to break the lease. Another time I got a DM from a follower. She told me she saw one of my videos with my boyfriend, and she saw my boyfriend on Hinge. She had like deleted her account, so she couldn't like pull up his profile, but she described a picture of him, and that was the picture that I took of him like on one of our trips, so I knew it was him. I called him out for it. He said he didn't get enough validation from me. This is what it's like when you're dating and living with an insecure man. To anyone who's watching this, do not let anyone get in your way. If your man is fucked up or he's wasting your time, leave that. We are not taking that baggage into 2025 with us. It's actually unnecessary.
This is when I say, girl, you gotta open your eyes. You gotta realize this man, he's not into you like that anymore, right? You're just boring for him. You don't do it no more, right? He wants to spice it up. He always is looking out. If you have a man who's looking outside of your relationship, chances are like you're just boring. He's just looking for other entertainment. It's not about, oh, he's insecure, he's this and that. No. Actually, matter of fact, the only person insecure here is you, because you know you gotta be like the one here hounding him and basically interrogating him and all this and that, right? Like I get it, but it seems like it's coming from a stalker part. Like you got your little minions following him and catching him on whatever dating sites and messaging you and all this and that. Like that's the insecure part. Like you gotta realize your worth, right? Like when the moment you see these flags and you see your dude doing this, you gotta cut off the ties. That's it. Move on, leave. It doesn't matter if you have a lease. Find a way to get out of the situation. But you letting this, oh, we had a lease together, I could not move out, like, that's an excuse for you to keep staying with him, right? So the only person here insecure is yourself. The lease is no excuse. You can always find a ways to overcome that. Even if you lose a lot of money, sure, but you gotta do what you gotta do for your own mental health, right? So you should have left him as soon as you started seeing these flags popping up left, right, and center. On his part, he's just bored with you. He wants something new. He probably doesn't want a relationship no more. He's not serious. He want to be out there. Like, bro, like if your man is out here booking escorts when he has you, chances are he's bored. He want to experience more out of that relationship, right? Like you don't do it for him. That's what you gotta realize. But anyways, guys, that's a video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you all thought about this, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.